Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Michma Bersahan. On the news Mongolia today. Currently around 80,000 individuals in Mongolia are not engaged in any forms of employment. The Asia Zone 3.3 Chess Championship kicks off in Mongolia. Construction of the Kansmot Kashan-Sokhad Railroad to begin in May. For the news, stay tuned. With over 80,000 people in Mongolia currently unemployed, the government is ramping up efforts to guide students toward 130 identified in-demand professions. Yet, awareness remains low. While policies like student loans and scholarships are in place, many students are unaware of the opportunities available to them.
As of 2024, this accounts for approximately 5.4% of the population. In response, the government has identified around 130 priority and in-demand professions and is implementing policies to support students pursuing these fields. Examples include the Student Development Loan Fund and the Education Loan Fund.
According to the education law, these priority and in-demand professions must be accredited by law. The second advantage is that students in these fields are eligible for 10 types of financial support from the Education Loan Fund. In other words, students studying in-demand fields can now access both student development loans and non-refundable grants. And thirdly, once these professions are officially confirmed, students can also study abroad in top global universities in these areas. This opens up new opportunities.
Although policy measures are being implemented to support training in these in-demand professions, relatively few students are aware of or are making use of these opportunities. I'm a first-year student majoring in robotics and artificial intelligence. I think there are, but I haven't received much information about it.
My knowledge about it is very limited. I haven't really come across any info. Since I started studying the major I chose, which is automation of electrical systems, I researched and found it's a highly demanded profession in Mongolia. That's why I chose it. I just heard about it now.
Similarly, other countries have also identified priority professions based on their labor market needs and are actively working to attract talent in those fields. For instance, in Germany, the private sector takes a proactive approach in training the professionals they need.
In Germany, there's been a shortage of skilled professionals in artificial intelligence and IT sectors in recent years. So, industries and companies provide scholarships to students studying these professions from the very beginning and offer them the chance to gain work experience while studying.
In France, there is a significant shortage of engineers and teachers. To address this, our country has invested heavily in raising awareness among the public about these professions and attracting people to study them. Of course, they also offer scholarships to support them. Mongolia updates the list of top priority and in-demand higher education fields every 5 years. This is done in alignment with labor market demands and national development programs. However, the number of job orders has increased each year from over 50,000 in 2021 to more than 110,000 in 2024. Therefore, we aim to highlight through this report that new policies and decisions are needed to close this gap.
The Asia Zone 3.3 Chess Championship officially kicked off in Ulaanbaatar, bringing together top players from across Asia. The event gives Mongolian players a valuable opportunity to compete at an international level and possibly earn a spot in the 2025 FIDE World Cup.
Organized by the Mongolian Chess Federation and the Asian Chess Federation, The championship features players with international ratings above 1,800 for women and 2,000 for men. Around 100 players from Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Hong Kong have registered. Mongolia is fielding around 70 players, many of whom hope to improve their global rankings, earn titles, and qualify for the 2025 FIDE World Cup. Held every 2 years, the tournament is now being hosted in Mongolia for the second time. Mongolia's first hosting was 6 years ago. After 6 years, Mongolia is ready to host the Asia Zone 3.3 Chess Championship again. Top chess players from 7 countries will compete in this tournament for a spot in the 2025 FIDE World Cup. Mongolian players will not only gain valuable experience from the world's best, but will also have the opportunity to secure a 2025 FIDE World Cup spot for Mongolia, making this tournament unique. In 2022, we proposed hosting this event, and we are thrilled to finally welcome it to Mongolia. Many people who have made valuable contributions to the sport of chess have been invited and have arrived in Mongolia for the event. With the total prize fund of $15,000, the top 2 male players and the women's champion will secure spots to represent Asia at the 2025 FIDE World Cup.
During its regular session on April 23rd, Cabinet has outlined key developments for the Kashan-Sohat-Gansmont cross-border railway. Officials reported on the project's progress, with a clear deadline set for construction to begin by May 14, 2025. The project is a major part of the government's 2024 through 2028 action plan and is designed to enhance Mongolia's export capacity and strengthen economic ties with China.
During the Cabinet's regular session on April 23rd, Minister of Road and Transport Dilgirsahan Borhu reported on the status of the Kashan-Sohat-Gansmont cross-border railroad. Prime Minister Oyuerdin Lobsang-Namsra instructed officials to begin construction by May 14, 2025, and emphasized the importance of supporting the railroad's construction by ensuring cross-border coordination and importing essential equipment, construction materials, and supplies. The government of Mongolia's 2024 through 2028 action plan outlines the implementation of 14 mega projects. The first mega project in the plan is the construction of the cross-border railway and cargo terminals at the Kashan-Sohat-Gansmont, Haing-Mandal, and Shivekhuren-Sikhe border ports. With the project's successful implementation, Mongolia's export capacity and the transit of passengers and goods across the border will increase, with the average wait time for vehicles crossing the border decreasing. The project is expected to bolster cooperation between Mongolia and China in trade, the economy, minerals, industry, and infrastructure. Connecting the Shivekhuren-Sikhe, Haing-Mandal, and Bichkek-Dzungkhatavch ports to railroads will increase Mongolia's export capacity by 80 million tons by 2030.
Here are the currency exchange rates provided by the Mongol Bank. Now, let's bring you international news in partnership with the major news agencies worldwide. In Shanghai, the latest innovations in the automotive industry took center stage at the Shanghai Auto Show. Toyota and the BMW both unveiled their new cars, showcasing models tailored to the Chinese market and integrating cutting-edge artificial intelligence.
At the Toyota event, the spotlight was on several new vehicles, which were presented on stage by Toyota China General Manager Li Hui. The launch highlighted Toyota's continued commitment to localizing its products for the Chinese market. Li emphasized that Toyota China is further advancing its business philosophy by both inheriting and evolving its products and regional strategies to meet the needs of local consumers.
As a global player, the BMW Group's success builds on integrated global value chains. And as I've always emphasized, at BMW, we will continue to advocate for free trade and open markets, because economic growth thrives through opening, not closing.
Industry experts believe that this year's Shanghai Auto Show marks a significant milestone in the development of China's auto industry. After 3 decades of development, local manufacturers now account for about 2/3 of car sales in China, and they are rapidly increasing their share of global exports. This shift represents the growing strength of China's domestic auto industry on the global stage.
We will also integrate AI reasoning from DeepSeek into our newest vehicles here in China. And this will enhance our intelligent personal assistant with DeepSeek functionality. It will also complement our existing AI capabilities and enable access to information that goes well beyond the vehicle itself. And for us, intelligence means combining different AI models and capability in a smart way. And this is how we operate in China.
In addition to their new car launches, BMW also made headlines by announcing a strategic partnership with China's AI firm DeepSeek. The collaboration aims to enhance BMW's intelligent personal assistant, integrating deeper AI capabilities into their vehicles to better serve consumers in China and beyond.
Now, let's take a look at the global current affairs.
Russia launched another wave of drone strikes across Ukraine overnight, hitting several cities and causing injuries and damage. In the early hours of Wednesday, a Russian drone struck a residential building in the industrial district Kharkiv, sparking a large fire. Ukraine's State Emergency Service released footage of firefighters battling the blaze. Fortunately, no casualties have been reported in the city. Meanwhile, in Odessa, 2 people were injured following another Russian attack on the Black Sea port city, according to regional officials. Ukraine's Air Force reported that Russia launched a total of 134 shaded and decoy drones across 6 regions. Of those, 67 were intercepted, while 47 drones lost contact with radars. China and Azerbaijan have agreed to elevate their bilateral ties, establishing a comprehensive strategic partnership during a state visit to Beijing. Chinese President Xi Jinping welcomed Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev with a grand ceremony at the Great Hall of the People on Wednesday. During their meeting, President Xi announced that China will upgrade its relationship with Azerbaijan to a comprehensive strategic partnership. The 2 sides discussed expanding cooperation and signed several agreements following the talks. These include deals on visa facilitation, mining clearing, Belt and Road cooperation, and green low-carbon development. President Aliyev is currently on a 3-day official visit to China, which began on Tuesday.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We will see you next week with more news and updates. Have a nice weekend.